If you've filled up your petrol car or two-wheeler in India recently, you've probably noticed a small sticker on the fuel pump, E20.
To most people, it looks like just regular fuel, but a court in Raipur sent shockwaves through the automotive world. The culprit, E20 fuel.
India has aggressively mandated 20% ethanol blending. Drivers face mileage drops and expensive repairs. Your engine might be ticking like a time bomb.
India's journey into biofuels isn't entirely new. It actually began back in 2001 with small-scale pilot projects.
In 2003, the government formally launched the Ethanol Blended Petrol, or EBP program. The goal was simple: reduce crude oil imports and help local farmers.
By 2006, the target was set to hit a 5% blend across the country. But for over a decade, supply should average stuck a dismal 1.5%. The game changer came in 2018 with the National Policy on Biofuels. The government allowed refineries to make ethanol from maize and surplus food grains. The floodgates opened. In June 2022, India hit its 10% blending target ahead of schedule.
And by 2025, the country achieved the ambitious 20% national average, 5 years ahead of the original 2030 deadline.
But while the policy moved at lightning speed, couldn't adapt. To understand why, we have to look at the foundational chemistry. First, let's talk about mileage. Pure ethanol carries roughly 38% less chemical energy per liter than pure petrol. When you mix 20% ethanol into your fuel tank, the total energy density drops. Because the fuel contains less punch, your engine has to burn more of it to maintain the same speed.
But the chemical damage runs deeper. Ethanol is highly hygroscopic, meaning it acts like a sponge for moisture in the air. When an older car sits idle, the ethanol pulls water vapor into the tank.
When it absorbs too much, a process called phase separation occurs. The water and ethanol separate from the petrol and sink to the bottom as a corrosive sludge. Because ethanol is also a powerful solvent, it eats away at the older rubber hoses, gaskets, and seals used in pre-2020 cars, making them brittle until they leak. Even worse, it strips away years of built-in gunk from your fuel tank walls, sending a wave of debris straight into your fuel injectors and filters.
So if you own a BS4 or an early BS6 petrol vehicle, what can you do to survive the E20 transition?
You don't need to scrap your car just yet. You can protect it with a few tactical maintenance steps.
Don't just use standard engine cleaners. Look specifically for specialized ethanol fuel stabilizers. These prevent water bonding and stop phase separation. Second, upgrade your fuel lines. Ask your mechanic to replace older rubber lines. They are chemically immune to ethanol degradation. Third, change your fuel filter early. Because ethanol cleans out tank debris, shorten your fuel filter replacement cycle to avoid starvation or injector clogs.
Fourth, don't store it empty. If your vehicle is going to sit unused for weeks, keep the tank completely full. Less air inside the tank means less moisture for the ethanol to absorb.
The E20 shift is saving India billions in oil imports. But as car owners, the responsibility to protect our older engines falls squarely on us. Have you noticed a drop in your mileage lately? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more explainers.